Let's be real. Filing your taxes for the first time can feel like this huge, scary thing looming over you. But what if we flip that? What if you thought of it as a major step toward taking control of your money? Well, today we're going to break it all down, step by step, and turn that anxiety into pure confidence. So be honest for a second. When you hear words like deductions or W-2 or 1099, does your brain just kind of start to shut down? If it does, hey, you are in exactly the right place. Feeling overwhelmed is totally normal, but we're about to make this whole thing surprisingly simple. The best part is you are definitely not alone in feeling this way. And honestly, the tax software we have these days makes the process so much easier than you think. We're going to give you a super clear roadmap so you can get this done, get it done right, and move on with your life. Okay, first things first, before we even think about gathering a single piece of paper, we have to answer the most basic question of all. Do you even need to file a tax return? Let's figure that out right now. So, here's the general rule of thumb. The government gives everyone something called a standard deduction. You can think of it as a certain amount of money you can earn that's totally tax-free. If you earned more than that amount, you usually have to file. But, and you really got to pay attention here, there are some really important exceptions that can catch you by surprise. And here's one of the biggest ones. Look at this number, $400. If you earned just $400 or more from any kind of freelance work, a side hustle, driving for a food delivery app, anything like that, you have to file a tax return. That's because you owe what's called self-employment tax, and it kicks in even if your total income for the year was pretty low. And that brings us to what I like to call the refund rule. Go look at one of your pay stubs. See where it says federal income tax was taken out? Well, if you overpaid, and a lot of people do, filing a return is the only way to get that money back. Not filing literally means you're just letting the government keep your hard-earned cash. We don't want that. All right, so you figured out you need to file. Awesome. Now it's time to get your documents together. I love this analogy of tax ingredients. Seriously, think of it like prepping for a recipe. Getting everything in one place before you start makes the actual cooking part so much faster and smoother. So what do you need? Well, on the personal side, you'll need your social security number and your bank account info so you can get your refund directly deposited. For your income, the big one is the W-2 you get from your employer. If you did any freelance work, you'll be looking for a form called a 1099 NEC. And you might get other 1099s for things like interest you earn in a savings account. And hey, don't forget about these. These are super important. If you paid for college classes or have been paying off student loans, these forms, the 1098-T and the 1098-E, are your golden tickets. They can unlock some really valuable tax credits and deductions that could save you a ton of money. Okay, you've got all your ingredients ready to go. Now, how do you actually file without spending any money? Because you shouldn't have to. Let's walk through the best free options out there. This chart breaks it down nicely. First, there's IRS Free File. This program lets you use popular brand name tax software completely for free, as long as your income is below a certain amount. Then you have sites like Free Tax USA, which are great because they let you file your federal return for free no matter how much you make. And if you want some actual in-person help, the VITA program is amazing. It's free tax prep with a real person for folks who qualify. So you've picked your software. Now, here's the best part about doing your taxes these days. You are not going to be staring at some complicated, scary government form. Nope. Instead, the software just walks you through a simple interview. It just asks you questions, one by one. The whole entire process really just boils down to these three main phases. First, you'll plug in your personal info, name, social security number, that kind of thing. Second, you'll just copy the numbers right off your income forms, like your W-2. The boxes are even numbered to make it easy. And third, you'll make one key choice about your deduction, which is how you lower your taxable income. And that brings us to this choice. You can either take the standard deduction, that fixed, easy amount we talked about earlier, or you can itemize, which means listing out specific expenses. Let me make this simple for you. For pretty much every first-time filer, the standard deduction is the way to go. It's way easier, and you'll almost certainly save more money. You are so close to the finish line. All we have to do now is review everything, sign it electronically, and officially send it off to the IRS. Let's make sure you absolutely nail these last few critical steps. Okay, everybody, listen up because this is probably the single most important tip in this entire guide. At some point, the software is going to ask you for your prior year AGI. For a first-time filer, the correct answer is 0. Put in a 0. Why? Because the IRS has no record of you from last year, so $0 is like the secret password that proves you're you. Getting this wrong is the #1 reason first-time returns get rejected. So instead of signing with a pen, you're going to sign with a 5-digit PIN that you make up yourself. Just pick any 5 numbers you want as long as it's not all zeros. And here's a pro tip. Write this PIN down somewhere safe. You'll probably need it to verify your identity when you file again next year. And now for the most satisfying part of all, tracking your refund. About a day after you e-file, you can go to the IRS Where's My Refund website. You'll see your return move through these 3 simple stages. First, it's received, then it gets approved, and finally, the one we're all waiting for, refund sent. That means the money is on its way. So what's the big takeaway here? Filing your taxes, it's not just some annoying chore you have to do. It's a fundamental part of being a financial adult. And now you have the map. You know the steps. You're ready to take control. And there you have it. Now, if you want a detailed checklist of every document we talked about, plus direct links to the free filing websites, all of that is waiting for you. Just click the link in the description below to get the full written guide. Thanks for tuning in.